Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of the Coaching Corner tonight. I know we normally go live every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. That's our day. That is our day. But we wanted to do another live to share with you another teacher who had a great experience with SPEDucators Rise, and she agreed to do a live with us. So I was like, why not do it Friday? Okay. So it's just a special live. And before I bring her on, just want to let you know that SPEDucators Rise doors are open. So you definitely want to take advantage. This program is specifically designed for special education teachers. You're looking for more support. You're looking for a community. You're looking for that professional development, that training, that coaching that you're not getting. So be honest with yourself. You're not really getting it. So we're going to have somebody on right now to tell you about the program, why they joined it. Okay. I mean, I can tell you why I would. Okay. I'm a former spec teacher, but of course I'm going to, gas up our programming, but why not hear from someone who actually went through the actual program? So if you are interested in enrolling, click the link in the live notes. The link is there. If you're on Instagram, click the link in the bio. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on our guest, Miss Levon, who teaches at a school in Philadelphia. Shout out to Philly. That's my hometown. All right, let's bring her on. Hey, Levon.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So before we get started, just let them know what grade you teach and how long you've been teaching.
So right now I'm currently a special education teacher in Philadelphia. So right now I currently teach K-1 in special education. Prior to that, I did early intervention with birth to 5 all over Philadelphia County, Delaware County, and Bucks County. So now I'm in the schools instead of traveling all over.
All right. Thank you so much. I didn't know you was in Bucks County. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I did not know. So let's kind of set the stage here. So before you joined SPEDucators Rise, what was going on in your career, in your teaching profession? Like, what made you say, I need help?
So the transition going from early intervention into a school setting, that was different for me. Again, I was birth to 5 and I was the special instructor. So most of the cases that I had, I worked from home. I also, with the paperwork, I was pretty much like the main person that handled all the paperwork. So going into a school setting, it's different. You have like supervisors. Not that I didn't have a supervisor with the other agencies, but it was like I was the main person. So I made sure all the documents was done, everything was correct. But going into a school setting, it's other laws, other requirements for the children, for the students, other requirements for the teachers, and so that I was prepared for it, but I wasn't prepared for it. I was like thrown in. And I was like, whoa, I need some help with this. Like just how to manage it all, how to manage teaching as well as writing the IEP, as well as doing small groups, as well as, doing all the things as a special education teacher and still trying to squeeze in lunchtime. Because we talked about that at SPEDucators Rise too. So I was just like, I need help. And so lo and behold, I reached out to you.
So yeah, that's common with some teachers in some schools, being thrown into the role, not necessarily choosing. You're kind of being pushed into like, oh, we got this vacancy. We need you to fill it. You know what I mean? So that happens a lot in some places. So were you hesitant at all before joining? Like, was there anything where it was like, I don't know if I need to sign up? Like, what made you like maybe almost not sign up?
For SPEDucators, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if necessarily anything hesitated me for not signing up, because I know the wealth of information that you come with. So that was like a plus for me. I think for me, it was just financially, can I afford it? But that worked itself out, on its own, just working with you and, being open and communicating with you. So I think that just the financial part for me was like, oh, can I afford it? But it worked itself out, and I was able to go.
Yeah, you bet on yourself. You're like, hey, I need it, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah, make that investment. Yeah.
Yeah, making it. You always got to invest in yourself because, like, if you're not getting it at your school, it's like, okay, I'm still trying to learn. I still got to do this role.
Mhm.
Like, okay, and I need the help. So yeah. So, what was one thing you learned? I'll say. So you joined SPEDucators Rise. I can remember when you first joined. What was like one thing that completely changed how you work? It was like, what's the one thing in a program you're like, oh my God, this has helped me so much?
Um, I'll make you laugh because I'm still using it. The dashboard. The
Now,
dashboard was the game changer.
now don't know all the details about the dashboard, but tell them just a little bit about the dashboard.
I'll just put it in a nut. So all them 50 million emails and links that you have in your email, and somebody sending you this and telling you to open this and go to this form and that form, it's going to be all right there on that one page, on that one screen, depending on how you organize it. But that's the one thing that I was just like, oh wow, like this is what I needed in my life. Because trying to search an email saying that I sent you the link to this I mean not dashboard, but sent you the link to this Excel spreadsheet with all the scholars' names on it and everything, and then now you trying to search through the email, that's 20 minutes out of your day. But now once she show you the secret sauce about the dashboard, it's going to be one click and you right there. So
Oh,
the dashboard has been a lifesaver.
and let me tell you, I made that for when I was a supervisor, I made that for myself. I was just like, this is too much. I got too much to keep up with. And I made it for myself. And I was like, I think SPED teachers need something like this because it would help them a lot. And just the reaction we've gotten from teachers like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah,
But yes, you put it right in a nutshell. Everything you need is going to be right there.
right there.
So you in the program, it was 8 bi-weekly weeks, and you had like all the different things that was in the program, that the videos, the matched IP course, the our vote of just resources, our hub and things like that. How are things actually different now? Like in your classroom with your students, how do you just feel day to day? Like how has SPEDucators Rise changed your life, your classroom experience?
So for a couple reasons. One, I know when, and I'm just speaking for myself, I know like when you're with your special services team, you guys like vent to each other. But it was different with meeting with Jamila because she actually could see what I was going through without being in that setting. So she was like, oh, okay, you're going through this. Like I shared in the beginning of the intro, like just squeezing in lunch and making sure I'm taking that time for myself, like having those conversations with her. Also, like organization. Like I'm a pretty organized person, but when it came to like me, like IEPs and baselines and this test and Ames Web, and it was like trying to find all the things and then organize it in my office. She definitely helped me with that, so that now I have like my behavior checklist ready for the kids. I have my IEP forms ready for the kids. I have my checklist ready for the kids. Ready for the meetings before we meet, and I'm able to jot down, did I do this? Did I do that? Did I do this? And so it's more detailed and organized for me. So that when I do get, those flood of IEPs all at the same time, it's not too overwhelming. Before I started SPEDucators Rise, I was like, oh, like we're okay, this is the folder, and trying to find everything. But definitely once she sat down with me and was like, this is what you need, the dashboard is a game changer, this is this is this is how you do your baselines, make sure you make that time for yourself. And I even, like, she gave the one tidbit for me to make sure that I leave the building to like reset and recharge myself for the rest of the day. So and I'm still applying all those skills and organizational skills in my daily life. So
Yeah, so it's like a lot has changed in your day to day with your teaching and things. And I know you mentioned lunch. So how is that? How is that? Because I remember before you were like, I'm not even taking my lunch. And I'm just like, girl, you gotta eat, you gotta get nourished. Like you can't be going through the day not eating. So how has that even changed your lunch period?
My lunch period is a weird time right now. Like it's still in the morning, but I do
You got
take it.
brunch. You
Yeah,
got
that got brunch. So, but I do take it, whether it's me going to my car, whether it's me just like going to go pick up my food and like sit in the car just to have that time for myself, or just even just putting my headphones on and having like listening to meditation music. I'm making sure I'm doing that now. Like before, I was just like, oh, it's in the middle of the day. I'll try to eat something later on during my prep. But now I'm definitely taking it. Like I go walk right past the secretary. I'll be back. She's like, okay. So I'm definitely taking it now.
you taking your time back, reclaiming your time. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Now I know earlier you said like you wasn't sure if you're like, listen, I don't know if I could do this investment, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make it work. Would you say the investment, like talking about the investment, was it worth it? And
Yes. Yes.
why? Why would you say that an investment was worth it?
I would say the investment was worth it because prior to SPEDucators Rise, I was burnt out, and I was even like bringing work home. Um, but now I'm able to balance it and when I clock out, I'm done for the day. like I said, it's just I think it took that organizational setting, like just how to maneuver throughout the day. Also, um having someone that can relate to like what you've been through on every aspect, like as a teacher, as a supervisor, as a employee in the school. Like she was able to look at all those things instead of just being a consultant where I've had in the past, or had somebody come and train us like, oh, okay, just do this, but they're not in the trenches and not experiencing exactly what we're experiencing. So Jamila was there, like she's done all the things, like I said, as a supervisor, as a teacher, as an administrator, and being able to look at it in a different lens and hear your story and what you're going through, what your burnout might be. And then she was able to apply it and be like, this is what you should do. And then this is how you should handle this, or, organize it. So that was a blessing in itself, making sure that, someone that knew what we were going through.
Yeah, we think it's just very beneficial for like not just saying, oh, we can support you, but it's like to understand where you've been, where you are in the year, what's coming next. You know what I mean? I think it's just much more valuable that we were able to provide that for special education teachers, because if you're not a special education teacher, you don't understand. You really
Yeah.
don't understand. Like you can say, well, I do this too. You could be a gen ed teacher, some other shit, but I'm like, when you are in the field of special education, it's different. You deal with people differently. Like you and your gen ed teacher, you guys can know the same teacher, but you both have a different relationship. And it could be, and the difference could be how they view you as a SPED teacher. So you guys don't even have the same relationship, nor do you have the same interactions with other colleagues. So it's very different. And just knowing how to maneuver that, knowing how to do that case management and teach, people don't understand. Those are two different things, going. So yeah, I appreciate you speaking on that. Now, who do you think will get the most out of this program?
um I think everybody in special service, even the principal, like I just, cause just like she said, like the general education teacher, they don't know that like to the extent as to what the special education teacher has to go through, like being a case manager and being a teacher and then also just meetings and typing and like we doing administrative work too, because we're still typing the IEP and filing it and everything else. So just like that part right there in itself is a game changer. That makes
Right. And it's crazy that you said that you even mentioned administrators need to take this. All teachers need to take this program. But I remember when I was still in the classroom, I remember our special education liaison was out on maternity leave, and then another sped teacher was on maternity leave. And so our assistant principal was kind of like the acting special education liaison. And it wasn't until he did that, he had a whole different understanding and respect for the special education team at the school. And when I tell you after that, anybody that complained about the SPED department, he spoke up for us immediately. He used to be like, you have no idea all
Mhm.
that they have to do. Because like in the beginning of the year, sometimes colleagues would complain, well, how come they're not pulling kids yet? And how come they're da-da-da? He was like, do you want to do all the testing for the students in the school? Do you want to do it? Because like we had to get files, we had to test all the kids for the intervention programs to know where everybody was going to be. We had to make sure everybody files was at the school. We was literally calling transportation, making sure the kids who had transportation was actually getting picked up, etc. It was
Yeah.
crazy. And when I tell you, after that experience, he took up for us every single time, but it wasn't until he had to really step in and be kind of in his face every day for him to understand. And it was like, it's crazy that you said that. It really made me think about that because it's so true. Like some of our colleagues don't really understand everything that goes
Mhm.
into their role. Now, was there anything in the program that didn't work for you or you wish was different for you?
Um, I think the only thing was I wish I had like more time to watch the videos.
More
Um,
the other
the,
videos that were
the other
available?
videos, yeah. I think that was the only thing because I know with my schedule, I was also in school and doing the SPEDucators.
Doing a lot. You
So I was doing a lot.
This sounds like you. I didn't know that at first. I was like, "You're what?"
Yeah, so I think having either having access to the videos after or having just like an extended time period. And I think you kind of did that for me for a couple of the videos, the ones at the end,
Yeah.
um, just for me to watch. But yeah, I think that was the only thing. I don't have anything negative to say about the program. I mean, you worked with me. We did, the 8.5 weeks, bi-weekly weeks. You gave me time to work on, my assignments. So yeah, I don't have anything like negative to say about the program. It's worth it. I even was telling one of my, cause she was like, how did you know about this? I was like, oh, child, I took this course, like it's called SPEDucators Rise.
I see this program. You need to get at this.
I gave her the info. I don't know if she ever, but I definitely get. She was like, "Oh, okay, that sounds like." I was like, "Yeah, it's a wealth of information." So, but yeah, I definitely am glad that I made that investment. Like I said, it made my life so much easier because before I was bringing work home and doing IEPs early in the morning, trying to catch up. So now with this balance is like when I clock out, I clock out now.
Yeah, and that's the like the work life balance. A lot of sped teachers need to get to. So if a fellow sped teacher asked you right now, should I join SPEDucators Rise? What would you tell them? Because I know you already told your one colleague, like, girl, but if it's another sped teacher, what would you tell them? Like if they're like, should I join SPEDucators Rise?
I would tell them, if you want someone to relate to what you're going through, and you want someone to show you the tips and skills of how to balance your caseload, how to be able to take care of yourself, as well as how to be there for your scholars. and the gen ed teachers, because we have to collab with them as well and be able to maneuver that into our schedule with the caseload and case managing and IEP meetings. SPEDucators Rise will take you by the hand and show you exactly what to do. And the one thing that I will say is, once they show you, just don't like drop it right there. Like, you got to apply it, because then once you apply it, then you'll see the difference in your everyday schedule as a special education teacher.
Yes, thank you so much for that. We would tell teachers all the time, like even one of the other teachers, listen, you got questions about something you're doing right now, bring them to the program. Like, bring them to the program. I remember one of the other teachers, it was Progress Mind was driving her crazy, and she brought her question. She had a question, she brought it to the group, and I was like, oh, why don't you do this? She said, say that again. And we started, and I was like, do it this way. And I said, do this, word it this way, because also you got to be careful how you word stuff, because you ain't trying to like get yourself in trouble with your school. So make sure you word things correctly. And she said, Jamila, do you know that worked? We actually got him where he needed to be. And it was so funny, but I was just like, this is part of the program too. Like, whatever you're working on now, also, like, you might be working on an IEP. You might need another opinion about something or how to word something. You can definitely bring that to the program too, because that'll, that's how you're going to get better. And like you said, being able to apply it right then and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. What would you say to someone who's on the fence right now? They're kind of like, I don't know if I should. I don't know. That's an investment. I don't know. What would you say to them?
Simply the Nike slogan, just do it. Just do it. Don't second guess it. Like I said, it definitely was an investment that helped me. And as long as you applying what she's telling you, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But just do it.
You heard it from the teacher herself who went through the program. Just do it. We got a payment plan. You can pay in full. Hey, you need to do what is it, Klarna?
Yeah.
Listen, we try to help everybody. Listen, but it's like you gotta want it bad enough. Listen, LaVon was tired of doing it by herself, tired of being tired.
Yes.
And being and not eating and not doing, tired. And then you need the support, but you're not getting it at work. So it's like, take it upon yourself and invest in yourself. At the end of the day, what, you going to still sit there and be stagnant and not just take the steps yourself? You just do it, like she said, like Nike said, just do it. Now, LaVon, if you could go back and talk to yourself before you joined SPEDucators Rise, what would you say to yourself?
Girl, you burnt out. You're doing too much. And then, because I'm also a parent of scholars that have IEPs. So one of the things that I always want to make sure I'm doing for my kids on my caseload is to make sure that they have all the things that they need and make sure that legally we're giving it to them. So for me, it was like I was all over the place. But like I said, SPEDucators Rise gave me that chance to be like, just sit, think, organize it, and see, especially like my daily schedule. Because I was trying to fit everything in on Monday and then everything in on Tuesday instead. And now I have everything set on scheduled days. Like, these are my days I'm doing my IEPs. This is the time I'm doing my IEPs. Before, I was doing IEPs every day, and I was running like a chicken with my head cut off. But now it's more of a set schedule. I'm more paced with like my writing, like times that I'm writing, doing those prep times. So yeah, so I think I would tell myself before I started, go ahead and sign up for this class, for this program, and see what happens. And here we are now.
And we're so happy that you joined, because you know how people can say it's like, oh, well, that's your program. You do. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying
Yeah.
to tell you. You need to take advantage. Like, and it's like, yes, I'm gonna gas up what we do. But I'm like, no, I've been there. I'm telling you, I wish I had a program like this because no, I didn't get this. I learned how to do IEPs by trial and error myself. Going
Mhm.
to IEP meetings, making mistakes. Thank God I didn't get in no damn lawsuit because of that. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be that way. And then also, I was blessed to have some OG SPED teachers who took me under their wing, and I was able to learn from them. They learned from me, but a lot of the OG teachers, they retired. They done. They done. They not there no more.
Yeah.
You got new teachers coming in, and it's like, you're not training them. It's like, here's your caseload. Here's your students. Write those IEPs. Why
Mhm.
I'm asking you, like, what format have you used?
Right.
You know, what, how do you write your IEPs? Ain't nobody asking you that. And it's like, well, dang. Like,
Mhm.
and then it's like you need community, you need a team. And first of all, are we even operating as a team here? You
Yeah.
know, where we can actually support each other and help each other. You know what I mean? So we were like, why not create this program? Because it's needed badly,
Yeah.
badly, you know. All right. Thank you so much for coming on. Do you have any other words you would like to share for anyone who's interested in SPEDucators Rise or maybe on the fence or just they're not sure?
Um, I would say do the intake with Jamila, and listen to what the program entails. And if you feel in your heart that is going to help you in the long run, then go ahead and make that investment. And that's how I felt at the time. I was like, I need help, and the team that I'm on, they were there, they were helping me, but at the same time they got their own caseload, they got their own scholars that they need to see. So that's why I was like, I need the assistance, and I didn't want to just keep, like she was saying, trial and error. I was like, so I definitely was like, I need the help. And so, like I said, once I took the program, I've been rocking and rolling and being able to say woosah.
So yes. We want all of our SPED teachers to woosah. We don't want you stressed out. Hello, thank you for joining. Shit, ah, Terry. You know, of course, we don't want SPED teachers to be. First of all, the job itself, it's overwhelming. You know what I mean? It's overwhelming, and SPED teachers, they're getting burnt out quick and leaving the profession even quicker. You know, and
Yeah,
so it's like they want support. When you feel supported in your role, you will stay much longer because it's like you know what you're doing. You actually
yeah,
feel supported. You know what you're doing. If a parent asks you a question, you're not like, let me get back to you on that. I'm not sure at the moment, or you know what I mean. You feel more confident and empowered that you can address parents appropriately, give them the proper information, and even tell them things they can do with their children. It's like a no-brainer. Like there's not a program out there like this. You know what I mean? There can be so many people out there like, oh, I've been a SPED teacher. How long ago was that? What year? What year?
um
You know, it's like they can, they could be so far removed from the classroom. It's like, well, wait a second. Do you even know what's going on? Do you even
mhm,
communicate with teachers now? You know, so it's one thing you have a program that supports you, but also you have someone who's still connected to the work.
exactly.
You will be able to relate and understand and guide you through, hey, this is what's coming down the pipe. This is what you need to do next. Or, hey, you in middle school, you in elementary, this is what's going to come up in middle school. You in middle school, this is what's going to come up in high school. You know what I mean? There's someone to be able to guide you and just give you coaching and support throughout just the different phases the students go through in education. That is like, why not take advantage of that, you know? But thank you so much,
You're
LaVon, for that.
welcome.
Do you want to share anything? I know you have a organization. Do you want to share anything about your organization, your nonprofit that you have? Feel free.
Oh, thank you for allowing me to share. So I'm the founder of Advocate for Me LLC. So we're like a resource hub for families. So we have a podcast called Advocate for Me. We also have a digital magazine that we put different organizations. We share family stories in our magazine, also called Advocate for Me. And then I also offer, I currently have one family that I work with on the weekends where I offer respite care. So our goal is to open up an actual house, a respite care house. So that's what the goal is within the next coming year. And then I'm also a parent of two. Scholar, well, one is an adult now. He turned 18, so he's working now. And then my 12-year-old daughter. So they keep me busy between work and school and everything else. But I love what I do with Advocate for Me. As a parent, I was searching for resources for my son. He was born premature at 28 weeks, 2 pounds, 2 ounces. And so my passion for Advocate for Me is making sure that the families have access to resources, advocacy, and training. And so we do offer training twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall. And then the podcast and the magazine is how we reach out to families with resources. Thank you for letting me share, Jamila.
Absolutely. And the organization is amazing. She does great work. And she does work where she honors the different members in the community that is supporting the community of individuals and young adults with special needs. We've got the IEP coach has gotten honored. I was shocked when she sent us the email. Did she mean to send this to us? But it was just very, it was just great to know that someone sees the work that you do in the community. We don't look for no recognition, but it was nice to know someone on the outside was just seeing the work that we were doing and wanted to honor us. So I thought that was great. To get more information about, where can we follow you, Lavon, to learn more about Advocate for Me?
So you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook under Advocate for Me. I believe on Instagram is Advocate for Me _2, and on Facebook is Advocate for Me the number 2. And then we also have our website, which is www.lmadvocateforme.com.
All right. Thank you so much. And for anyone, those of you who are interested in SPEDucators Rise and learning more about SPEDucators Rise, I just dropped a link in the comments. If you are on Instagram, you can click the link in our bio. It is there for you. We have a 50% off bonus going on right now. It goes away 11:59 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Okay, so the program is open. If you have questions about SPEDucators Rise, which is a group coaching program designed specifically for special education teachers, you can send us a DM. You can email us. I would be more than happy to talk with you about the program and see if it is for you, or if you know a SPED teacher who needs this badly, have them connect with us and we can, share information about it. Okay, so you want to take advantage right away. Listen, success loves speed. Okay, take advantage, get the support that you need, because you're going to come off even better on the other side. Okay. Thank you so much, Lavon, for joining us. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So you heard it from another teacher right there, just how impactful, empowering, and life-changing SPEDucators Rise is. Okay. And the reason I had the teachers come on, because I'm like, why not hear it from them yourself? You're not just going to hear it from me, you're going to hear it from them, actual teachers who did the program. So those of you who are on the fence, or those of you who are ready to enroll, go ahead and click the link and enroll. Again, if you have questions about SPEDucators Rise, you can ask them now. I can answer them. Or you want to send a DM or you want to send an email, feel free to do that. And we'd be more than happy to meet with you to give you more information about SPEDucators Rise. And you can go to the website and look at what the whole program has to offer. Okay. It offers you so much. Okay. But thank you all so much for joining us on this special live. And as always, be kind to yourself. Remember your capacity, because when you push past your capacity, that's when burnout happens, and we do not want that to happen at all. Remember your capacity and what you actually have control of, okay? Have a safe and blessed weekend and get some rest, y'all. All right? Have a good night. Bye.